Hi, welcome back to my channel. In case you're new here, my name is Christy. I'm the owner of StationStickers. And on this channel, I like to make plan with me videos in the current planners I'm using, as well as show you some of the new releases in our shop. So be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell to be notified when we put up our next video. I try to post once a week, and I think that's it. We'll go ahead and get started. Today we have a plan with me on my Erin Condren vertical using kit 173. It is a fun Easter themed kit. I have sheet A and sheet B here, since those are the two sheets I use. Just some of the add-ons as well, and sometimes, or most of the time, these are oops that I pick for myself to use, so I don't want to waste them. And yeah, overall I really like the pattern design. It's very light. I think it's good for most of April, and overall I'm excited to use this week's plan with me. I actually skipped filming last week's plan with me. The only reason is because I felt like I was doing more rewind planning, which is great, but I had to leave out, I had to like go back and replan my week after or off screen, since I like putting photos in for like scrapbooking purposes. So it was sort of like took extra time. I think sort of just planning out my week so you can sort of see how I lay things down, and maybe just showing you how it turns out afterwards is a little bit more realistic of how most people plan out their week. And I like to plan things out on Sunday, but obviously that doesn't always work. Sunday has been tennis day in the household. My daughter did start tennis classes. She is 5, and that takes up our entire Sunday actually. But overall, she says I love tennis, but also it's very draining for her. By that I mean they're out in the sun for a whole hour, which she's not normally used to. Normally she does like 20-minute spurts when we go out, when we do activities. So, you know, a full hour is something that she has to build up to. But she's learned to take breaks, just ask the teacher for breaks, and they've been pretty good with it. And she gets right back into it, so that's good. We also realized that the tennis rackets they were using are for 6-year-olds, so it is heavier, and the grip was rather hard when we were using it or just trying it out. So we actually bought her one from Amazon, had pretty good reviews, so we're going to try that out and see if a lighter racket will prevent her from getting tired faster. So we'll see. I'll report back. I also learned that the tennis balls they use are better for kids too. So we bought some for her to play with at home and sort of get used to it. And I'm excited, since I did play tennis in high school. I loved it. I want my daughter to be able to like it too, since right now she likes basketball, which is great, which is the other hobby that me and my husband share. I just want her to be able to do, you know, multiple things and pick what she wants. So yeah, so I put down my base, which is the top and the bottom. Let's see here. I'm gonna do my sidebar. I'll track meals this week as usual. Put this one down first. So let's see. I'm gonna put down this little panda character that's prepping food for the week. Perfect. And then we'll use, this is actually on our old clear glossy. Okay, so sidebar, I want to do a self-care for the first one. I'm going to be focusing on my vitamins as well as my workouts this week. So let me grab both of those stickers. I'll put self-care in there. For food, since I'm here, I'll just fast forward and update what we've had so far. Make sure I'm back in the screen, or in the center of the screen. There we go. Okay. Moving on to Monday. We had a meeting. We go to market. It was a Zoom's meeting at 9:30. So we're looking for a new class for my daughter for one of the things she does, and we just had a Zoom meeting to just see if she'd be a good fit for them. She'll probably start that in a few weeks. We're just trying to find some things for her to get busy and, you know, stay busy during summer. So and then I think, I'm trying to remember what else I did on Monday. Let's see. Oh, I went and got bagels in the morning. I want to mark that because they were delicious. The freebie from last month, it was this one here. And I printed it on matte paper just for myself to test. It actually came on clear paper. But these icons are all in the shop if you're interested in picking them up. This is like how it looks like on this box. So they're all been separated and listed on the shop. So you get a lot on a sheet, FYI. You don't need to buy more than one. Usually just one sheet will last you plenty of time. Okay, so there's that. And then Mondays when I watch How I Met Your Father. I want to mark that TV show. Don't have a TV icon, but I do have like these movie icons, so I'll do that. Instead of writing the whole thing out, I'm just gonna write How I Met. In case you haven't seen it, I do recommend it. I watched it on Hulu, so it's pretty nice. All right, and then I did make a bunch of phone calls on this day also, but not that important that I have to mark in. So moving on to Tuesday, which was yesterday. Let's see here. Yesterday, my mom had a doctor's appointment, so I'll definitely mark that in. I think it was at 10 a.m. So we'll use this to mark it. Yeah. I also needed a coffee this morning. I was so tired. So let me mark that. I haven't marked it a coffee day in a while in the morning. Granted, I drink coffee every day. It was just, oh, that's too matchy for me. It is just a big cup of coffee on Tuesday morning. So I have that little sticker from Coffee Monsters Co. like this. And then we'll do sticker. Cool. My mom has had the same doctor for like since I was in elementary school, and we love her. She's amazing, but I do know when she goes, it's a long time because she spends a lot of time with her patients. So it ends up being a rather long visit, or not a long visit, but like we have to wait. Like her appointment's at 10, she ends up going in at 11 or something. I personally don't care because I love her doctor. I don't mind waiting, so we factor that in when we make the appointments. Of course, everyone's different, right? I don't have a sticker that says coffee for some reason. My goodness. Okay, note to self, make that sticker. Print a new one anyways. Moving on. My daughter had class at 5 that day, and I had a meeting, the big chunk of time, so I'm going to use this box here. Actually, it was like over here during the daytime. Just put it here. It was went in at 1:30, finished like at 4. So let me just put a sticker. Overall, it was a great meeting. The outcomes were better than we expected. And yeah, I don't have a regular meeting sticker. I just have a foiled one. I don't really want to do a foiled one. So I'll add it in later. It's fine. Oh, class. Forgot to mark that. We actually had to rush because we went to go get boba at this place called No BB near our house. And I don't know, they were making other people's orders before ours, which came first, which is fine if we weren't in a rush. We just like had to go. So she was a little bit late to her class, but it's fine. We ordered ourselves some boba since we had, you know, went to that meeting and got busy. I'm gonna rush to her class, so I'm just gonna move this down like this. I was very tired, so the boba was definitely a good pick-me-up, so we could get on with the rest of our day. Oh my goodness, this is not straight. Send help. Okay, there we go. I have a boba sticker somewhere. Here we go. Cute little icon. And like I mentioned, you get a lot of the sheet when it comes to the icons, so that one will probably last me the whole year when I print it. Okay. Let's see what else. Definitely worked out that evening, and then we had tacos. Oh, and it was the last day for our sticker subscription, so I actually opened the cart this past week, so I had to close it that night. Let's see what else I did. The morning. There we go. I like working days where I wash my hair, so that way I don't do it too often in a week. I notice my scalp gets really dry, so I try to track that. I know I mentioned before that we're trying not to drink too much boba, so that's why I'm keeping track of that as well. Some of the days when you're really tired, you know, sometimes you just need that extra boost. I already had that coffee earlier today, so yeah. But the good thing is I'm decreasing the amount of sugar in the boba drink. It's like instead of regular, I'm doing like, what was that, like 50% or something. So little improvements here and there. And then let's see, Wednesday, it's just a day. Let's see what I have planned. I have a doctor's appointment, a telephone appointment in the morning, so I'll go ahead and mark that. Do I have a sticker that says telephone appointment? Because I don't like writing on Wednesdays. It's just so hard with the coil right there. Pretty sure I do. Let me see. Oh, I found my meeting sticker. That's where it went. There we go. So actually don't have an icon that is a telephone, which now makes me think I need one. So I will be adding that to the cart or to the shop soon with the next set of releases. But let's mark that huge meeting chunk of time. Okay, so telephone appointment and then usual class for my daughter. But between that, I will be running a lot of errands. I need to go to Trader Joe's as well as, let's see what I wrote down. Trader Joe's, and then, oh, working on orders and stuff. So printing the pick list and stuff for the subscription. So let me mark Trader Joe's. Let's see. I have a little shopping cart. No, that's not, nope, okay. So go ahead and just write in, let's see, this color would be cute. Okay, doing a bunch of home stuff, so I think I feel like I need a sticker that says things to do, and then I'll be putting that in. So let's see, let me write in my tasks. Okay, so things I need to do include, like this. I have to change the ink out. I like to mark that so I know how long it lasts. I have to make some calls, update my taxes for the first Q1, see if we met our goals for the shop, and if not, things we could do to increase it. And then Metricool is what I use to schedule posts on Instagram, so I'll be updating that. And then I have to check into my Roth and stuff as well. So that was my to-do list. And then mark my daughter's classes for the rest of the day. Cool. I think that is it. So I'll probably put the full box here since I have space. Maybe I'll move those two up. Small tip, if you use our stickers, since they are repositionable for the vertical weekly non-foiled kits, I do recommend you washing your hand very well, getting rid of all the oils and stuff before you start planning, or else it's gonna stick to the stickers and then stickers don't look nice if you pull them up, put them back down. But I mean, like, as you can see here, it looks totally fine. So, all right, let me make sure I'm still in this view. Cool. We're gonna move on to Thursday. Let's see what we have planned. It is my daughter's spring Easter egg hunt. So we'll go ahead and use the bunnies in here. And it's not like first thing in the morning, it's after a little bit of time at school. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark this so I can have a visual representation that it's not first thing in the morning. Okay, and then her usual classes. While she is in school, I actually have to prep for our Easter egg hunt at home. I'll be cleaning, and I got her these cute finger puppet things that she'll be using, so I'm sure she'll like it. I don't have any more. I'm just gonna pull into these actually. So let's see here, 1:30, and then 5 o'clock. Go ahead and mark. Tidying up the house. Is that straight? No, I don't think that's straight. My goodness. So I have this clean house sticker I want to use. And then pink would look good here. Awesome. And then again, marking her classes. First one. And then her second class. Cool. And then I think that's it for the end of Thursday that I have planned. Friday, we are going to another Easter event at 10:30. So actually 10:30 to noon. So maybe I'll use this. No, because she has another Easter event here. I want to use this one here. Actually, I will put one here first so I can put in pictures of this event. I also have this full box here that I'll put for this Easter event. And like I mentioned before, I'll be adding in little photos to these spots later. So it'll be very cute. And then let's see here, a 2 o'clock class that she still has, so we'll do blue. Actually ran out of class stickers. I need to print some more, but either way, I'll just put this down for now. Class. I don't think we have any other plans on that day. Easter event in the morning, and then pretty open, and then Easter's on Sunday, so I'll use a cute sticker. Easter. Down full boxes. Put it in my trash. So trash actually comes on Mondays, but I like taking the trash out on Sunday, of course. And then Friday is a no school day, so I'm gonna put day off here. And then it's not a payday, I'm pretty sure. We got paid last week, but I do have to do all the bills pay, so I like to do that on Friday as well. Let me just mark that right here. And then we like to go on a coffee date before. There. I think on Saturday after the thing we are going to make ribs at home. So I'll just use a solid box here. That means we have to go to Costco on Friday, so quick grocery day at the end of the day. Do sticker there. I think that is it. Yeah. So let me just go over and show you what I have used. I used this whole sheet, the sidebar, which is actually the most common sticker sheet people pick up in addition to like these two first sheets. So I have this sheet left that I'll be using these probably later throughout, and then some of these little things to add in throughout the week. Let's see, this one I used some of that the leftover stickers I use in my other planners that I just like plan day to day. I just like add stickers in here and there, and I ended up not using these two sticker sheets this week. But yeah, I like how it turned out. Keep tracks of the important things I have to do this week. I keep this out on my desk, and then at the end of the week I do memory plan. I did not film last week's, but this is how the week before turned out, and as you can see it has most of the things that I had tasked for, and I try to keep track of like important things like, you know, watching Shazam and then going to boba guys, keeping track of boba drinks like I mentioned before. Trying to limit it 2 days a week and trying to decrease it and sugar level, as well as maybe decreasing it 1 day a week. We'll see. Trying to do baby steps, but I like how this week turned out. So hopefully if I can keep these empty and not have things to do, it's better. I only want to put important things that I want to remember on here throughout the week, and mentally I'll think that my week wasn't too busy as long as I don't put important things down sometimes. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't. Bye.